Good morning, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world. You're welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. My name is Kumowe Tarinemi. And you are welcome. I would say that you welcome somebody by your side and ensure you share this broadcast as much as you can, because it is important that you do so. Ensure you share on every platform and ensure that you are not listening alone. Try to get one or two persons to be listening alongside you so that you will not be educated alone. You know, it's very important that each and every one of us are carried along with the same understanding and the same mindset. We must pray. Oyengin Tamara Ayiba all Gonomokirimotemeda. We worship you. That the enemies try to bring this terrorism to our land. Lord, we ask that you continue to give them the ability to overcome every form of terrorism. All this we pray in the name of Tamara Ayiba Abasi Ogene Chukukike Abiyama Elohim Ise more power. Today we shall be talking about something I title the legal war. How can you say that something is war? It is when there are fights, there are different battles, different battlefields. One battle is not a war. It's just a fight. It's just a battle. But when you have different battles at different levels on different times, then you know that you're fighting a war. So what we're fighting is a war, the legal war. The legal war. And some people might think that this legal war is just about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's kidnapped from Kenya, or as they will call it, extraordinary rendition. Official name for it, simple name, kidnap. No, it's way beyond that. This legal war is about the legal battles fought for the soul of Biafra and other indigenous people in the zoo. That's what we'll be talking about today. You must understand that when Europeans gathered at the Berlin Conference, and Europeans told themselves that they will have to share the world, most especially Africa, among themselves, and wherever anyone can grab becomes your property. Europeans at the Berlin Conference made the decision to partition the world for themselves. And they went out to the farm. The rest of the world, mostly Africa, was seen to them like a farm. So, wherever you can cultivate becomes your property. So they went to work. And somebody might be wondering if they just came and just did it and just did what they did and all of that. They had to come and do some certain form of, there are pen and paper signatures. Even though these signatures that were signed, it was not signed from equal understanding. These signatures, these things that were signed, most of them were signed from the oppressive area. The Europeans oppressing others and deceiving others, oppression and deception. So what happened, they first of all came doing businesses and all that. Then later on, they said, why all those signatures had to come through? It wasn't for the Africans. The signatures was not for the Africans. The signatures was to prove to their cousins in Europe that this territory belongs to me. This territory is British territory. This territory is French territory. This territory is German territory. This territory is Portuguese territory, and all of that. That was the reason why they had to sign, why they had to get some local people to sign. Some chiefs, some kings, and some elders, and all of that. Those were the reasons why they had to get people to sign. Now, what were the signatures for? What did they sign for? They first of all created wars among indigenous people. They created wars in places where they have influence, where because as at then, they already had these places in partition in terms of business influence. Okay? In terms of business influence. Why they had to colonize for themselves and all that was because they were beginning to clash in business. Okay, this place is my area of control in business. You are encroaching. And they saw themselves almost fighting over issues. So they had to go further and say, you have to present documents to prove that this area is the area of your influence in business. That was how it got to colonialism. So but the local people did not know what they were doing. So when they created these wars among the people they were doing business with, They will now come back and say, okay, we want we want to sign a deal with you that we will be protecting you from your neighbors. So what the Africans were saying, they were seeing uh, their business partners also partnering with them in defense. So they are seeing them now not just as customers, but as allies. So what they were signing to was alliance. So when the Izon people signed, when the Izon kingdoms signed, they signed with Britain for Britain to be an ally of the Izon people, not knowing that Britain was seeing it from a different angle. They only needed that document to prove to the rest of Europe. They don't need you. They don't need to prove anything to you. So that was how many of them signed. This one thinking he's signing to protect himself from this his brother. This one thinking he's signing to protect himself from that his brother. This one thinking, and most of these signatures were not done as a nation per se. They were done as, because mostly in Biafra land we don't have one king for the whole of any nation. Most of it's usually kings of tribes, because among and some
desperate times. They gave so much. It is all about the bid. The Biafra Education Awareness Day stroke dissemination. It is here once again in the year 2022. An opportunity to turn our bits of knowledge into periods of wisdom to enhance the global survival of Biafrans. Come to BID 2022 and find out for yourself how the world's conscience was awakened by the man-made avoidable Biafra genocide. Humanitarian actions by the great and small saved millions of lives in Biafra and prevented Nigerian military government and our allies from extinguishing millions more. Knowledge is power. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world by Nelson Mandela. The enormous task and contribution of all involved cannot be underestimated or ever forgotten. We will forever honor Bruce Mayrock for his heroism, self-emulation in the front of the UN building in New York. We salute the American Committee to Keep Biafra Alive, ACKBA, sponsorship of Melanie Mix. We remember the 9-year-old girl who went to the Vatican to see Pope Paul VI on behalf of Biafran starving children. Senator Robert F. Kennedy, stating before the U.S. Congress that Biafra famine was one of the greatest nightmares of modern time, and that the casualty of Nigeria-Biafra war are 10 times greater than that of the Vietnam. Various pilots who flew food, medicine, and relief material into Biafra to assist Biafrans, even though some died in the process. The roles of Carl Gustav von Rosen, the origin of MSF, Doctors Without Borders, following experience of French doctors in Biafra. Frederick Forsyth, a Canadian Vice President. World Congress of Churches, Bishop Whelan of Owerri Diocese. Father Tony Byrne, Father Calvin Doheny of Holy Ghost Fathers of Ireland. Sister Mary Lorcan of the Holy Rosary Sisters. Caritas International, Joint Church Aid, JCA, and their daredevil pilots. International Red Cross, Princess Irene and Princess Cecilia of Bourbon-Parma. David Cohen, Dr. Clint Shepherd, Dr. Ann Jackson, both of Scottish. The missionary support, Abby Nathan from Israel, Rabbi Mark H. Tenenbaum, Rabbi Joseph Kawasik, and the American Jewish Emergency Effort for Biafra Relief, AJEEBR, John Lennon, Jimi Hendrix, and other musicians. Blue Peter, Oxfam, countries like Sweden, Denmark, Norway, France, West Germany, Canada, USA, Portugal, Satome, President Omar Bongo Ondimba of Gabon, Charles de Gaulle, Pope Paul VI, etc. How about the ordinary citizens from many countries who stood up, stepped out, marched, demonstrated their love and came to the aid of Biafra in desperate times? They gave so much that Biafrans can live. We salute them all. Come to BID 2022 and together we will all learn about the unprecedented humanity in action. Topic: Humanitarian response to Biafra genocide. Remembering humanitarian assistance rendered to Biafra before, during, and after the Biafra War, the unsung heroes and heroines. Date: on Saturday 28th of August 2022. Time: 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Several speakers will be available. Venue: IAN Goulard Lecture Theatre, Goldsmiths University of London, New Cross, London, SA 146NW. Be there. Come one, come all. When you know the real truth about your story, deception and failure will be far away from you. This information is coming to you from the Office of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, All State Media Worldwide, led by the leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, Udo Diono.
Okay, welcome back. I'm sorry for that little break in transmission. You know, definitely the enemies would not want this message that we are teaching, that we are revealing to come forward. The enemies will not want you to understand every detail. But we will not stop. We don't know how to stop. The only language we understand is move forward. We don't understand stop. We don't understand pull back. All we know is forward ever. We keep moving. So, as I was saying, when these Europeans came here and did what they did, for those that have been following, for those that are not, that are just joining us, what we're talking about how these Europeans came to Africa and was able to get people to sign protectorate with them. So after all that, when the Africans started discovering that what they signed to, or what they thought they signed to, is different, there was revolts, and many people were killed as a result of that, because that signature was just to please Europe. It wasn't to please the local people. Left to Europe, if Europe was being run by one government, they wouldn't have needed that signature. They wouldn't have needed the signature. So when all that happened, and when they grouped the people together and kept on and started ruling the people, most especially when Britain came to the zoo and grouped the zoo together, Biafra was separate from Odua, which was also separate from the north. Okay, Biafra was separate. But a particular time they joined the protectorate of Biafra with that of Odua. Okay, before they now joined the rest of the south with the north. And when they were joining the rest of the south with the north, they said that was going to last for 100 years. Okay, this quote unquote alliance, this union should last for 100 years. After 100 years, the people can choose whatever they want to choose. And that 100 years lasted till 2014. Okay, so this is the trend. The 100 years lasted till 2014 because the amalgamation of the South and the North was done in 1914. Although, even that amalgamation, Biafrans, there was no Biafran that signed to it. They just did what they did and told us that, okay, this is what has been done. Okay, and they said that union should last for 100 years. So, in 1967, when Biafra was declared, the 100 years that Britain wanted had not completed. So, because it is Britain that is making the law, they are the ones making the law. They are the law. So, Britain felt that the law that they made had not completed. The standard that they gave, it has not completed. So, Britain felt it was their right to protect that structure, that law that they made. So it wasn't up to 100 years. So they felt it was their right. The law is made by them. It is their law. They are the ones that put it 100 years. So now, after this 100 years is complete, their greed is still there because Britain runs the zoo. Forget about whoever is president, whoever gets any position. That is why the governors in Biafra land can never support the indigenous people of Biafra. They can never support a true movement. The politicians in the zoo can never support a true movement for freedom, because all of them, they are all staffs of Britain. Once you become a politician, you have become a staff of Britain. Okay, because Nigeria is British company. So if you're working in any company, you're a staff in that company. So these people are working to please their company, the owner. You don't work to the owner of the company. If you do not like how the owner of the company runs his company, you will leave. You will pull out of the company. You will resign. So people should not expect anything from Nigerian politicians, whether they are from your village or they are from any other place. Anybody expecting anything from any Nigerian politician is just a fool. And those that are asking us to get into politics, through politics, you are just fooling yourself. All of you that are asking IPOB, get into Nigerian politics with the house, you're just fooling yourself. You're just fooling yourself. Nigeria is the property, is the company of another person. You want to go to another man's company and begin to tell him how to run his company? No, he's not done. He will tell you how he wants to run his company. And the way Britain wants Nigeria run is the way Nigeria is running. So, in 2014, Nigeria expired. The Nigeria that Britain created expired in 2014. And after then, Britain do not have any legal rights to lay claim to Nigeria. After 2014, Britain do not have any legal rights. You must understand that Britain had legal rights. Legal in the, when you talk about legal, you're talking about things written on pen and paper. Okay, all those that signed protectorate and all of that, it was those things written on pen and paper that gave Britain the guts to assemble all the people and did the merger for, what's it called, for and did the amalgamation. So that amalgamation and everything ended in 2014, which is 100 years from 1914. Those documents are still there. They're in Britain. They have them. Okay? So, by rights, after 2014, if Britain is doing anything and laying claim to Nigeria and doing their magomago the way they have been doing, it is only proper that Nigeria or any indigenous people that do not want to continue with Nigeria, it is only proper that you go to Britain and say, I thought what you said, what you said you're going to do, that it's going to be for 100 years. These 100 years have expired. Why have you done nothing to see to it that we go back to the way we used to be? Why have you done nothing? And you will have every right to take Britain to court and you will win, and everything that you've suffered afterwards, Britain would have to pay you. That's the truth. That's a fact. But if you do not make any demand if you don't say anything, if you don't go out to make demands of Britain, the world will assume that you are okay, you are comfortable with what Britain created. That is why it didn't make any demands. You must realize that, officially speaking, it is only IPOB that have made that demand. Among all the indigenous people in the zoo, it is only IPOB that has officially made demand on Britain and the rest of the world that we are tired of this thing called Nigeria, officially speaking. Putting it on paper and in action. So this movement started just before 2014 and afterwards. Then in 2015, Britain, being smart, because they know that what they did had expired in 2014. Britain being smart, you must understand that these guys are smart. Britain being smart raised the topic, raised a motion in the House of Commons. They raised the motion in the House of Commons, which got about 3 or is it up to 6 members of the House of Commons got their attention. So they raised it in the House of Commons on 3rd December 2015, because that time IPOB have started making moves, started making demands that we are not Nigerians and we are tired of this thing that you created. This thing you created have expired. Let us go home. It is only normal that the indigenous people should go home. And what did the motion say? The motion said that the High Commissioner of Britain to Nigeria should beckon on the Nigerian government to offer a referendum to Biafra. All those were discussed on the 3rd of December. It was raised by Tom Elliott. Tom Elliott is an ex-soldier, is a British ex-soldier that fought hard against Ireland. Tom Elliott is somebody that believed in Britain and the British Empire. That is one person that believed in the British Empire because he fought hard with his blood, with his life, to protect the British Empire when the people of Ireland were fighting for their freedom. This man fought. So, if this same man is now the one that raised this motion for Biafra to be free, then you should understand something. Something should strike you. The truth is, this thing was raised to be a document against Biafra and in the favor of Britain. In case in the future Biafra decide to take them to court, that, oh, we've been suffering, we've been dying, and you created this thing and you're doing nothing, they'll say that we've done something. It is the Nigerian government that is holding you. So they did that in 2015, and IPOB responded. The IPOB elders responded, and they said they're going to push forward on it. I believe those push were made, but you know the zoo doesn't listen to anybody. So Tom Elliott and the rest of them, they said that they are going to discuss this matter again after the Christmas. But obviously, nobody ever discussed that matter till today. The matter for Biafra independence. Nobody ever discussed it. So After everything had been going on, the massacre, Nigeria has been massacring Biafrans over time, and we've been crying and writing to different bodies in the world. Britain again came back last year in 2021, April last year, 20th of April, 2021. Britain came back and offered, no, I think it's April, I think before the 20th. Britain came back and offered Biafra asylum. That again is to give an impression that we are not a party to the genocide in Biafra land. To remove themselves again from it. But I read that document. The document for the asylum. The document for the asylum, just the same way they did to Ireland, where they divided Ireland in such a way that a part of Ireland today is still in the United Kingdom, while a part of Ireland is free. It's the same way they wanted to divide Biafra. That's the same way they wanted to divide Biafra. With that document of asylum, accepting that asylum would have been accepting the division of Biafra. And it would have been a document. It would have been a standing document. And of course, what we are asking for is not asylum. We don't need asylum. We need to be in our land and live in our land. If we are dying in our land, let us die in our land. We don't need to run away from our land, because what the enemies want is to take over our land. So why should we run instead of to stand and fight? If we die, we die. Those that survive will survive and continue. So we don't need British asylum. What we need is referendum, and that is exactly what we told them. That what we need is referendum, not asylum. After that time, they talked about it. They didn't press forward because they only talked about it in the House of Commons just to have it as a document, so that in case anytime in future, seeing the way IPOB is serious about restoring Biafra, that anytime in future this thing gets to international courts, they will not have to pay fine. Because as it is now, Nigeria will have to pay fine. All these things that they are doing is not going to stop here. Nigeria will pay fine. First of all, UN have already told them that they will pay fine to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And they will release him. And all those people that were involved in his kidnap, all those people that were involved in the crime of kidnapping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria, all of them must be brought to book. The United Nations have said it. And all these people that are busy massacring people in Biafra land, including those politicians that are helping them, all of them, when the time comes, they are going to go to jail. Some of them are going to die by hanging. This is not a joke. We are not joking with anybody. All those that have a hand, you have a hand in the massacring of our people, you gave an order, or you saw the Nigerian government sending an army to your state, you're a governor, and you didn't do anything. You don't have any evidence to show that you did something or that you tried to say something to stop them, whether secretly or openly. You have to answer to it. So it's not something that will just be walked over. No. The war doesn't end in Aso Rock. Neither does the war end in London. We all are citizens of this world, equal citizens of this world. The UN, those that operate the UN, they may not like us, but they don't have a choice because we are all in this world and the law is the law. It is only when you begin to slack back, that is when people can bend the law on your behalf. And we are not those that slack back. Okay? We're not those that slack. We don't slack, we don't draw back. We don't even know how to draw back. So Britain did all those things that they did. All what they did just to remove themselves from blame. They did what they did to remove themselves from blame. And when they did all that, they ensure that they suppress it with the media. That these things don't go out in the media. That it is not strongly spoken about in the media. Even many Biafrans didn't even know. Or those that knew had even forgotten. Not many even knew that it was something serious or worthwhile. Many people have even forgotten. Some of the things, they'll just do it and keep it low. Do it and keep it low. But that asylum, their mission for the asylum was to ensure that our people were divided. And they were saying that they defined Biafra by the 5 states of the southeast. We are the Biafrans, not them. They are not the ones to define Biafra for us. They know what they know the territories they colonized as Biafra. But because they have created a new reality in the zoo, together with the Fulani, they want to build from the reality that they have created, not the reality that they met. But we are much wiser than that. They cannot deceive us in that manner and begin to build their own reality. They cannot build the reality that they want for themselves. It is the reality that we want that will stand, not their own reality. So you must understand that this is how far we have come in fighting for this legal battle and this legal rights. And you must understand, for the fact that the United Nations have made certain of these claims concerning our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and have given the order, I can call it an order, though it's not called an order, it is called an opinion. The UN Human Rights Working Group opinion. It is called an opinion. Okay. Now, I think the date there was 20th of July, giving Nigeria 6 months, which should expire on the 20th of December 2022. So Nigeria have this time to ensure that they free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The fact is, we are not going to forget what the UN have said. Neither are we going to just wait and expect that the UN will do what they have said. That if it expires, that the UN will do what they have said. We'll keep pushing. We'll keep talking about it. We'll keep reminding the world about it. So the UN cannot go back on the statements that they have made. So Nigeria will have to pay for it if they do not release our leader. And releasing our leader means that Nigeria have nothing against IPOB. IPOB is definitely not a terrorist organization. Neither is it a criminal organization. Neither is our leader a criminal or a terrorist of any sort. And everything that we are doing is legal, following international laws and local laws. We have every right to do what we're doing, and we have every right to demand for Biafra. This is 2022, 8 years after the expiration of Nigeria. Immediately, the occupation of Britain expired in Hong Kong. The Chinese people demanded for Hong Kong. Britain started fighting. They started fighting. Let Hong Kong be on their own so that they can continue stealing from Hong Kong the same way they are stealing from Nigeria. That deception of you are free. Local rule. Meanwhile, you're not free. That's what they wanted to do with Hong Kong, but Chinese said no. In China themselves are not very good people, but in fact, people should stop looking at people from the eyes of being good or being bad. People are just who they are, and everybody should be respected. People should be respected. Okay, so the Chinese on their own, they have their own greed and all that they try to do with Africa. But for their own self, they know how to protect themselves from foreign invaders. And that is one thing that Africans are yet to learn. Africans believe so much in foreign invaders more than they believe in themselves. And so what if these invaders will kill you if you stand up for your rights? And so what if they will kill you? If everybody has the understanding, if there are more people that are willing to stand up for what is right, how many people are they going to kill? How many people are they going to kill? If there are more people that are ready to stand up for their rights, irrespective of anything, after all, every man will die. Nobody lives forever. Death is painful, whether it came when you're young or when you're old, rather. Even when some people are old, except when they have become too old and they are tired of living. But sometimes some people are old and they still enjoy living. When death comes, they don't want to go. So it doesn't matter. What matters is that you stand for what is right at every point in time. Not that today you're standing for what is right, they kill this person, then you run back into your shell. What makes you feel they're not going to kill you? And that is why all we've been doing here, in fact, the more of our people that they kill, the more we are inspired to do more. Because everything about the zoo is death. The only time the death can stop is when Biafra is restored. The only time the death can stop is when Biafra is restored. Provided Biafra is not restored, we'll keep dying. It's not a function of peace or whatever. Did we have any ESN when they started sending terrorists to our land to kill us? Did we have ESN? There was no ESN. So they were sending people to come and kill us. So what makes you think that if ESN decide to go home today, that the killings are not going to increase much more? Rather, ESN came up, they Nigerian army came after ESN instead of to go after those that are killing the innocent people. Nigerian army came after ESN instead. So that is to tell you that the only business that these people have with us, when Britain came to the zoo, when they encountered the Fulani, they had already gotten some kind of arrangements, understanding with the Fulani, but Fulani was still bent on conquering everything. So Britain told them, no, we were not here for all those things that you're doing. What we want is economy. Is money we came here for. We didn't come here to come and play this power stuff. British interest is money. Is money, economy. If they can get it and you rule yourself however you want, you fight, do your power however you want, they don't care. The only reason they need that power to control you is to control your wealth. So they told Fulani, this thing that you're doing, this war, it is going to distract us because it will make us not to be able to do our business here. Fulani said, no, the only business we have with these people is war. We cannot live with these people. We don't have any business with them. The only business we have is war. And that is why immediately Britain left. It was war. 1967 is just 70 years after Britain left. Officially, even though unofficially they are still here till today. But when Britain left power for the local people, it's just 7 years and there was war. And the war have not stopped till today. In fact, immediately Britain left, there were chaos that resulted into that war of genocide that Fulani declared on Biafra land. And Britain gave them their support because all Britain wants is money. Money, that's all they want. And they don't want the situation whereby you that own the resources, you will be discussing reasonably with them. No, that's not what they want. They want a fool. Well, Fulani is not a fool actually because the resources don't belong to them. So anybody will do that. These resources are not mine. But this thief that is outside, he can come and give me access to this wealth that is in my neighbor's house. So if he comes to give me this access to this wealth that is in my neighbor's house, I will now be like the de facto owner of this wealth. But he is the real owner because he is the one that stole it. But he gave me to be the caretaker. So at any point in time, I am able, okay, but I will be the one standing like the owner. Then what do I have to lose? I cannot begin to tell him, do it this way or do it that way. I don't have anything to lose. That is the place of Fulani. All those people that are saying, Ogoni clean up, this one, Niger Delta, I am sorry for you. Fulani don't have anything to lose. All the pollution that has been going on, has it gotten to the core north where Fulani have their thrones and everything? Even though they want to still take over everywhere. But has it gotten there? It has not. Are they inhaling what you're inhaling? They don't. But they still don't care. Those of them that come here, they still don't care. On a normal day, you hardly see a Fulani big man coming to live in Biafra land. A big man, a Fulani man, big man coming to live in Biafra land, building mansions and houses, coming to live here and be inhaling this pollution that you're inhaling. No, they would rather stay in their north. It is only those, they are foot soldiers, the terrorists, and those poor people that are looking for their daily bread shiny shoes and all that. Those are the ones that you see over here. And even those ones will not build anything here, because to them, this place is just like a market. Biafra land is just like a market. At the end of the day, from any money they make here, they go back to the north. They don't pay bills because they sleep in obscure places, stay in obscure places. They don't pay bills. They don't pay house rent. That's why they can do whatever business they want to do, charge you very little. Everything they are charging you is their own. Because the local people the indigenous people want to pay bills. They live in houses and all that. They have bills to pay. All those things, if they don't charge you enough, they will not be able to survive. But the Fulani people, they don't care. They live in huts, highest. They will just put one or two budget together where they don't pay anything, and they will just be sleeping there. Some of them that are sleeping in all those kind of obscure places, if you go to the north, they have reasonable houses. Some of them have more than one wife. So that is the reality. So this legal battle or this legal war that we are fighting is not a today war. It's not a today battle. And Britain have been following this thing step by step and removing themselves, even though they are the ones. Because you must understand that Nigeria doesn't exist in its real sense. There is nobody that is Nigeria. Tomorrow, say Fulani can even claim and say that they are not Nigeria. They are not the owners of Nigeria. So Nigeria doesn't exist. So Britain playing all the game and throwing the blames on Nigeria. Nigeria doesn't exist. If today Biafra leave, Odua leave, the Middle Belt people leave, Hausa people leave, then what is now Nigeria? Kanuri people leave. Everybody say, okay, we want to be on our own. Who are we going to blame? Who is going to take the blame for Nigeria? It's just those individuals that are running the zoo. It is the individuals. Because if the local people say, okay, all of us, we want to go home, all this massacre and everything that is going on, who are we going to blame? By right, we're supposed to blame Britain, because it's Britain that created Nigeria. So Nigeria is actually Britain. But Britain being smart, they have been throwing certain things, putting certain things on record, so that at the end of the day, they will not be blamed. Nigerian government will carry the blame. But Nigeria is nobody. Nigeria doesn't exist in its real sense. Nigeria doesn't really exist. There is nobody that is Nigeria. Nobody. Doesn't exist. Fulani are strangers. Even though they are the caretakers of Nigeria. They are strangers. Caretakers for Britain, of course. Who is the real owner? The creator. Somebody that creates something is the one that owns it. Fulani are the managers. And that is how they've been running it. That is how they've been running the zoo. At this juncture, we shall be opening the lines so that people can call in and give their contributions to the program for today. Shall be opening the lines. So if you're just listening to us for the first time and you don't have the numbers, I will be calling the numbers. Right now, as you're calling the numbers, on Signal, you can call us on +45 71 64 5962. That's the number you can call us on Signal. Then on WhatsApp, you can call us on +48 73 96 45829 plus 48739645 Then on Skype, the Skype ID is Radio Biafra VOC. Radio-Biafra. There's an hyphen in between Radio Biafra. Radio-Biafra VOC. VOC is in capital letter. Radio Biafra VOC. That is the number. That is the way you can get us on Skype. Then WhatsApp is there, which is plus 48739645 and Signal is plus 4571645962. These are the numbers to call. Anyone that you are able to call through, you will be able to get to us. Okay, anyone that you can call through, you will be able to get to us. All those people that are shouting, "Oh, we want to impeach Buhari. We want to impeach Buhari." Which Buhari do you want to impeach? The one that is dead or the one that is alive? You want to impeach the? You want to impeach the mask, or you want to impeach the one in the grave in Saudi Arabia? Which Buhari do you want to impeach? You did not see Buhari to impeach all these years. People were dying because you're shouting will not back down impeaching Buhari. Foolish set of people. Hello, good morning, welcome to Radio Biafra. Hello. Sorry about that. He is having some network challenges. But we'll continue. So you can call through. Open for you to call. The lines are open for you to call. You can call us on WhatsApp. You can call us on Signal. You can also call us on Skype. The earlier you call, the better, because we don't have all the time to receive calls. Sometimes after
Hello.
Yes. Good morning. Yeah, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name, where you're calling from, and please, you have 3 minutes for your contribution.
Okay. My name is Pelemi. I'm calling from Anambra State.
Right on, my brother.
Okay. Please, one thing I want to contribute in this struggle is that this thing can government just to make sure that they keep our leader there and they will finish their election. Understand? So I'm advising our Biafran people to start. Hello.
Right on, the word is listening. Right on, you're coming out. The word is listening.
Okay. So let us conclude this agitation because what the Nigerian government are planning now is just to keep our leader and that they don't go there in Abuja, and they will just be doing all this their mass murder work and they will do this election in 2023. So let us have that election and boycott the once and for all. Let us make sure that we stop that election and let us be pushing so that our leader will be released. And so let us follow it and know that will help us to release this our leader.
Yes. The fact is that yes, the fact is that they cannot keep him indefinitely there because we are not slowing down. They cannot keep him even till that their election.
Yeah. That is what I want because it's too much now. You can see anytime they go to talk like this, they just change the topic. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to say. They are just using it to play politics there. Because they know that the man will not commit anything, will not commit any crime. Instead of them to release him, let him go. They will just keep him there and they following the court. As if they are just using him to do caricature. See, that's it. So we IPOB members will fight with the one drop of our blood to make sure that our leader will not sleep there, will not stay there till 2023 because this is getting out of hand. This is too much. Anything we are going to do, let us do it so that even if they are going to burn this country once and for all, let us burn this those people that are alive, let them continue because this thing is too much. Even if it is war, let them declare war, let us fight war because we are ready. This is getting out of hand.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah. Let's continue. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from? Hello, are you there? Seems he didn't even know that he was calling. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from?
Good morning, my brother. How are you?
I'm doing very, very well. Please, you have 3 minutes for your contribution.
Okay. My name is Kwimano. I'm speaking from my location. Thank you very much for this topic this morning. I greet my leader, our leader, Muslim Kano, who set up this platform. This is the highest thing that have ever happened to humanity in black race. Where you reason, where you understand, where you are going, and where you are coming from. Yes, you talk about 100 years, which end up 2014. It's a clear game. If we have people in Nigeria who have sense to reason, who understand what leadership is all about. But in the case of Africa, Nigeria #1, they don't know anything about leadership. They don't think about other people. They don't think about future of others. They think of their pocket, their house, and their few friends. That's all. You talk about Hong Kong and China and Britain. That is where human beings are living. The Chinese said after 1999 that 100 years shame have come and gone. That is the standard of the humanity, human being. They know what is the meaning of shame. Nigeria has no shame as a country. They are wicked more than ever. They are not supposed to live as a country. Look at Obasanjo. Obasanjo is over 80 years. He knows all this history. Look at Tinubu. Tinubu is over 80 years. He knows all this history. Look at Edwin Clark in the river area. He knows all these things. He's supposed to know it, but he's not after. Look at many, many thousands of them. They are there. They don't want to support, to think about the future. Only black race, only Nigeria, they will steal the future of their people. That tells you what black people is all about. Nnamdi Kanu is a savior to Nigeria, all the indigenous people. Because right now, the Fulanese are working hard to take Nigeria because they have seen there's no human being in Nigeria. Everybody are traitors. Everybody are saboteurs. Everybody in Nigeria are criminals, both to religious leaders and all of that. So I thank our leader, because without our leader, that country enclave has come and gone. Because the people over there, they hate themselves. They hate their brother. They love their enemy. That is what is happening. How can you love your enemy and hate your brother? When you die, who is going to bury you? Africa, Nigeria, they don't remember death, and they die the most. If somebody is remembering death, you will put things in order, because a day will come when you will no more. What will happen for the living? That is why white people are human beings. They think about future. They think about born generation. They think about the death. They go to history from time to time to learn, to know what to do and how to do it. That is make you a human being. So, I support my leader. I support all the people that know the importance of freedom, that is fighting to live good.
Mazi, please round up. Your 3 minutes is over.
Okay. Thank you very much. I greet my leader who set up this platform. If anybody want to be a human being, listen to Radio Biafra and become human being. Or else become animal. Thank you very much, all Biafra.
Biafra will heal thee. Thank you. Hello, the caller from Signal. Good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning to you, my dear brother Mazi Tarinemi. My name is Desmond and I'm calling you from Italy, Mazi. My dear brother, you've done well with your lectures this morning, and it is very, very interesting and has a lot of education in it. And our people must understand that there is need that we get oriented as we keep on preparing to enter the land of Biafra. Mazi, in your program this morning, you've touched a lot of things, but I also want to do the usual. You know, we have to continue to encourage our people. As what we are doing, there is need that we continue to support our men on ground so that the land of Biafra will be defended, and so that our mothers can be able to also go to farm and come back alive. And in keeping to this faith, I'm going to do the usual, give out our numbers. For Biafrans in Europe, if you're a Biafran, you find yourself anywhere in Europe, we have these two numbers from IPOB National Body, signed by IPOB National Coordinator. These numbers are on Signal, on WhatsApp, and if you call them, you will be directed on how to support ESN. We are bringing the support of ESN closer to your doorstep so that you will not say you were confused. People must understand that supporting ESN will have to do that through the means approved by HODDOS. There are a lot of fraudsters out there, and we don't expect our people to be victims, having provided all these channels for easy access to them. So the first number is +39 35100 46055. I'll repeat again, +39 35100 46055. This is IPOB National Coordinator number in Italy. And the second is +39 371 3044902. I'll repeat, +39 371 3044902. This is IPOB National PRO number in Italy. Any of them you call, you will be directed on how to support ESN. As long as you're a Biafran and you are in Europe, please, we must come together. We must support the defense of the land of Biafra. Our demand is the unconditional release of our leader and a referendum, because we are going to take our freedom. You see, Mazitari, you've done a lot of explanations and lectures this morning. And as usual, I believe that some of our people listening will understand what you are trying to say, or what you are passing on as a message. Because our problem is that gullibility, lack of understanding, and lack of history is part of the problem, and that is why some people are thinking that what is called the election can be able to salvage Nigeria. It's very, very unfortunate. But if you ask somebody a question, how is anybody going to start to tackle? Look at what is going on, the insecurity, the bandit siege on Nigeria, the siege in Abuja, the capital city, their seat of power, and all the insecurities, all the Fulani terrorists and their mayhem. How are you going to curtail it? I don't know what they will respond. And if you also ask, how are you going to deal with the fact that there was a plant that is an inbuilt power given to one side? In the Senate, you have the Northerners who are more in the Senate, and then both in the Assembly. And these are where you are expected the policies and the changes in the country to come from. How are you going to influence that? I don't know. But the point is that our people must continue what we are doing. Biafra is the only solution, not only to the zoo, also to Africa. And we must do everything to make sure that Biafra is achieved. And by the special grace of Elohim, we shall be there soon and sooner than we all think. Thank you, Mazita Rinemi. And Chukwu Abiyama bless you from there.
Thank you. The caller on WhatsApp. Good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from?
Africa rep. Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you loud and clear and the world is listening. Right on.
Africa rep, may the peace of Almighty Chukwu Okike, the God of Biafra, may his peace remain upon you. And you will see your ancestral land.
You see?
Biafra is all over the world. My name is Okechukwu Ejikoa, and I'm from Omowa, Olu Province, Biafra land. And I'm calling from Aba Province, Biafra. Dede Chike dezem dede Jishike. Dede Chike dezem dede Jishike. As I couldn't get on when I Canada, they can hate us if they like. We don't care. They come. The world is under law. And Chukwu Okike am a new wife. He sent our leader to go through law and return every Biafran, all his children anywhere on this earth, back to our land. And you have been mandated to do that. Every Biafran, anywhere you are on this planet, do you see that the Chike does them? So that when I say Kechika is arrogant tomorrow, because I know they say it anywhere. That Britain abandoned their land, came into Biafra land, Biachikota every Biafran, Yoruba, Hausa, put us together and the carry Fulani, and they gave us to become our president. But why? Who is arrogant on this earth more than Britain? And up till now in this our generation, we say, okay, no problem, we want to go. And they are still making sure that about the Biafrans, on your Bukureti Shire, join the ticket doesn't for us to get our leader back. The chicken doesn't look at church car hungry in our hand. I have a PIPO. So I actually don't take on that now. We don't need any scratch on his body. They can't scratch anybody's body. The chicken doesn't. I will not go now. Hope you're going to go. Okay, see scratch on our body, the body of our leader. That's all. That's how we're going to. Fulani, whether you know who we are. No, we know about these religious idiots everywhere. Go on our land, go live. And this is our leader. Bring them out. After this message, whenever they hear Fulani, 46 minus 36, is it not 13 million? They've already done the result. If not IPOP, they think now all this idiot will know. And okay, so no problem. I think they save you. As my ally, you think say, okay, get it out. It's why you turn out to come here. Gain out when you can get it. You quick. More like a room in it. What to follow long game out of the fish car. But I come on. Oyana on the Anne Susari. The Gabelinga. Ojana Ton Benedict Edoziem, Squadron since then, that way, 2 Chronicles, chapter 5, 2 Chronicles, chapter 6, the same 2 Chronicles, chapter 7, and the same 2 Chronicles, chapter 36. That chapter 36 of that political kingdom and Aruchu. That not the Kalu, Squacha said down to share the temple. I say, Open show Mompakara Rusinela. Obukolo. Yes, pastor, because you're pastor, therefore we will not be free. Under Bobuengo. Come to the way. The Kaya said that even this Squacha or the fall of Jerusalem banish everybody. Come to the way. I'm the owner. But today, the Namdekano has made the heart of Chukwukikabiyama to be peaceful. And then the Igbo Lion today, the Namdekano na Chukwu, but the Namdekano, I went to that. I went to Chukwukikabiyama. I went to August Chukwukikabiyama. Then I come out and get to Chukwukikabiyama. Then Namdekano do what you like. And so then I think Diana Chukwukikabiyama. Come now. I'm talking about evangelism. I watch it. I know man. I'm not evangelism. I'm Chukwukikabiyama. And so that nothing come, pray for the come. I'm not for the bishop, Ketro Bishop, Dara. Okay, because they got Polo, don't we tell you where other man, they can full and in a portal, one will be a man of Mabaruchel Temple, Solomon, and Nampo. Nana has so a queer has a gun, other Chabras than a Mochuka. Nana has so a Moma, Kamusitanu was terribly below the Hanga. I hang at Chukwukikabiyama. Naga, glory. Now, Oje, Africa have to come. All Biafra.
Biafra will heal thee. Yeah, that was a nice one. We must move forward even as we make progress. The lines are open and you can call. You can call us on WhatsApp, on Signal. You can also call us on Skype, as the case may be. You see, like I was saying, some of these guys keep saying, "Oh, we want to impeach Buhari," when Buhari doesn't even exist. You want to impeach somebody that is not alive. Yeah, it's just like somebody is saying now, "I want to impeach Yar'Adua." Is Yar'Adua alive? You can deceive yourselves all you want, because everyone in the zoo knows now that Buhari is not alive. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from, and please, you have 3 minutes for your contribution.
Good morning, Professor Africa Rep. How are you doing?
I'm doing excellently well.
You're a great one. You're doing fine. I always love your program.
Thank you.
Africa, what I want to ask Biafra, may God continue to bless our leader. The question I want to ask Biafrans and the Nigerians is that they are talking about Obi. Somebody just called last time and said that Obi, who is talking like talking in the nose. Now, where the military cannot handle Boko Haram and terrorists in Nigeria, it ordinary Obi, ordinary civilian, ordinary Obi, a looter like him, a criminal like him, will be able to handle Boko Haram. And the question I want to ask again, and I ask Nigerians again, that did they know that Obi said that his son, his children is very busy in the various country that they reside. He said they are very busy, they don't have anything to do with freedom fighter. And I want to ask Nigerians, if Obi children don't have time for freedom fighter, and the Nigerians have time to be obedient to him, the Nigerians have time to campaign for him, but all his children is abroad. They have no time for freedom fighter. They don't have time for anything. So what I'm trying to say now that they will be very, very careful. And some people that will say that Obi is a businessman, Obi is this, Obi is that. Obi is not a businessman. Obi is a murderer. Obi is a criminal. Obi is a looter. He has how many companies did Obi have in Anambra State? How many factory or company Obi have in Anambra State? So please, whoever that is supporting Obi should try to rethink. Obi is going nowhere. Instead of Obi to be in that seat, everything that Nigeria will perish. May God continue to bless you, Africa Rep. You are doing a great job. Keep on. We must get our freedom by the grace of God. Thank you very much and have a nice day.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from?
My Africa Rep, good morning from Biafra.
Good morning, my brother. Right on, you have 2
Yeah,
minutes.
my name is Yes, my name is Chukwuemeka. I hail from Ikedru. Ikedru is in Imo State. My African Rep, my contribution this morning is on what is happening in my state, which is Imo State. Imo State is a loving state. It's a state of peace. It's a state where you will come and rest. It's a state where you come and have enjoyment. But it's quite unfortunate since the Supreme Court government of Imo State in March, Imo State has become a disaster. It has become a state where we go in fears. It has become a state where we go as we are going. Everybody will be afraid of even to travel with his own vehicle now. People now go in commercial vehicles because of the fear of the unknown. It's quite unfortunate we find ourselves in this kind of situation. It's because of what the Fulanis are doing. They are the one that imposed the governor of Imo State to come and do their bidding. You can see how Buhari is giving order, commanding representatives to make sure that those that are killed in Imo State are being brought to book. But they are being, because of that from Niger State, which is own brothers and sisters. It's quite unfortunate that people have been killed in Imo State and everything happened and my brother, it's only God will know and Biafra will know. And now the kind is going to give us Biafra and he will surely be released. And I pray that God will just grant us our prayer request that we all will be free. In Jesus' name I pray. Thank you and keep on doing the good work. And God bless you and your family. I remain blessed.
Yes, sir.
Thank you and bye.
Bye. Thank you very much. We must continue. We must make progress. You know, these politicians, all they know how to do is to serve Fulani interests. Hope Uzodinma is just doing himself because it doesn't matter how many people he kills, Biafra will be restored, and there's nowhere in the world he will be able to run to. He will have to pay for the crimes that he's committing in Biafra land, killing innocent people in his own states, all because he wants to have power. When the time comes, all of them will answer to it. We are not the ones that will going to make them pay. They will pay. They will all regret their actions. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name, where you calling from, and you have 3 minutes for your contribution.
My Africa, thank you and God bless you. I'm a first time caller. I'm calling from my location. My name is Chinonso. Actually, I want to contribute all the things that you guys have been doing. That I'm very, very grateful. That will continue to strengthen with it. All the whole that God has been in this our time. Because each time I wake up in the morning, I thank God. The next thing I'll go to Radio Biafra. Because Radio Biafra has educated me and opened my mind and made me to see what our leader is talking about. Because the whole thing that have been happening before we are blind. We cannot see. But today, God has made IPOB and Radio Biafra to open our eyes to the whole Biafra all over the world. They can be able to wake up
and do the needful, because in this time we cannot fail, and we will never fail to Kabiam. And Kabiam has made it so possible for us to stand and defend our nation. All hail Biafra. And I'm thanking people, viewers, everybody that is standing in IPOB, that is standing in behalf of Nnamdi Kanu. I'm very, very grateful. You are doing a great work. I want to thank you. And for what you just said about debris, you see that imposter, that Aisha boyfriend that trying to run away. They are preparing to run away because they know that the Jews are fall. So buying all those cars, buying all those property, sending to the jail, they know that one day, the day we all wake up and take over the Jew, they will just, it's their backyard. They will just move to the next backyard and stay there and use those things that they have acquired in the Jew. They use it to establish themselves. They know that, as just as to say, they have nothing to lose. We said before, they have nothing to lose. So I urge all Biafrans all over the world, we should rise up. Myself, I have taken that upon myself. That everything, as I'm here, hustling, looking for my daily bread, I will also be doing my service on my own self as I can support CSM to make sure our angels that is in the land of Biafra, they will do the needful and clean Biafra land so we can be able to come back home and glorify Biafra. Our leader said that we glorify God to the extent that when we are naked, we will not even see that we are naked because it's a sense of joy and everlasting joy. I can't wait to glorify God. That is why we are alive. The reason why we are alive is to give thanks and praise to Biafra. The only one that made it so possible is for us to be alive. So we don't have any reason to say that we are not going to glorify him. That's why we are alive. So we have to do the needful. That's why we have raised us. We have put us in this place all over the world for us to do the needful, and that's why we are doing it. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for your good work, and God will continue blessing you. I pray for you people, every of you, doing this work. We cannot do it at once. That's why God has placed us to bring our brothers together so we can do the needful. God bless you. Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. God bless you. Let me see if I can call back this caller on Signal. If he's still available. I think he has been trying to call. Let's see if I can call him back to give his contribution. So we must continue. And the Zoomers know that what we are doing, we don't know how to stop, and we can never stop. And this battle will continue. There is the area of the media war. There is the area of the legal war, and all these wars go hand in hand. Okay, they are parallel. They work from time to time. We have been working on different. I think he is no longer available, so we must continue. We continue to do what we're doing. So what we've been doing is step by step. What the elders said when after this was done, they said that, okay, that we're going to get Biafra definitely without war and all that, and we're going to push it. They probably have pushed it, but the zoo will always remain stubborn. The zoo will remain stubborn, and that is why what has been done so far concerning the referendum, the suits in Aso Rock, is also a good step in the right direction. Let me take this call. Hello, good morning, and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from?
Thank you, my African lawyer, Professor Terenemi. My name is Mazi Obasejuke Gabriel. I'm from Mako, Ogweria, Enugu province, but I reside in Abakaliki province. Mazi, without wasting much our time, we must continue appreciating, praising Elohim, Chukwu Okuke Abiyama, Ekekerowa, Eze Nkendeze, who give us our true leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We continue praising him for giving a true leader, a leader who said no to all the evil that happening in Nigeria, a leader who said no to all their political appointments, a leader who said no to their oil wealth, a leader who said no to all their money, useless money called Naira. Continue protecting our leader. You send him to do the work for us. Protect him from the hand of evil men, evil women, and evil men who are ganging up to kill him. Guide him and protect all our leaders, DOS, HOD, and all the leader presenters, and all the good Biafrans who are working assiduously to make sure that we free ourselves from this dungeon called Construction Nigeria. Chukwu Okuke Abiyama, we thank you, we give you glory. Blessed be your name in the name of Chukwu Okuke Abiyama. Umu Chineke. This morning, Mazi, I call all of you professors because you people are professors we have. All these ones that mingle around telling that they are professors. They don't know what professors all about. Because when our leader come up, he move around throughout the whole Biafra land. That's our things that our people normally forget. Our leader move throughout the whole Biafra land, visiting all the provinces we have. And millions of Biafrans following him. We never hear one day that all these millions of Biafran went to any province and get injury or get anything that hurting them or get accidents. That shows that Chukwu Okuke Abiyama is our God. You know, and he moved around throughout the whole world and selected our people and united them to know where they are come from, to know who we are. And everybody, all the evil in the whole world gang up, especially every politicians in our land, gang up to kill him, gang up and kidnap him from Kenya, rendition him to Nigeria, to kill him for Fulani, to praise Fulani. But they don't know Chukwu Okuke Abiyama is our God. They can never hurt our leader. We are here to do the needful. Biafrans, what I'm telling everybody this afternoon is that there is nothing past freedom. If we have our freedom, all these evil things will stop automatically. So let us go against every religious that are preaching PVC in their own church. When you are there, they are talking about PVC. Ask them simple question. Can PVC save you from AK-47? Can PVC open your university that the Fulani gang up and close? Can PVC give you steady light in this construction called Nigeria? You know, our politicians don't know how we are fanatical about this Biafra. Biafra means everything to us. The food we are eating now is Biafra. The talk we are talking now is Biafra. Our eyes now is Biafra. So, if they want to have peace, let them go and release our leader because he did nothing to them. That is what I'm telling Biafrans. What we are demanding unconditional release our leader. We don't need anything against another them. What we demand is release our leader for us, release him, and you can come and talk to us. But if our leader is in hand of dungeon, you think that you can come here and making noise of PVC or election, you are mistaken because our eyes now is red because why they are still holding our leader because our leader is a peaceful man. But the people that are following our leader is more dangerous the way they think that we are. We are listening to our leaders. If our leaders come out now and tell us that they already tried all their best to set our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu free, and these people did not pray, we should do whatever we like. Nigeria, we know we are. Thank you, my brother. May Elohim bless you. We are not a politicians. We cannot be. What we want is Biafra. Thank you very much for your good work. May Elohim bless you. Thank you. Our African left.
Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you. We must continue. So, as I was saying, the step by those different ethnic nationalities that came up and said that making demands for referendum, it's a step in the right direction. Though you know one thing with the zoo, you can make your demands, they will just be busy pushing it. Even this one that they pushed to October, care is not taking, they might still push it again to sometime next year, as the case may be. Okay, but they must understand that no matter how much they push and all of that, referendum must be given to the people. Freedom must be given to the people. No matter how long it takes, no matter how they try to push and how many people they try to kill, freedom must be given. Freedom must be given, because we're not going to stop. The simple secret is this: provided we don't stop doing what we're doing, the zoo will continue to collapse. The zoo has collapsed now more than it was in 2015. The zoo has collapsed now more than it was in 2020. The zoo have collapsed now more than it was last year. All this while, nobody was talking about Abuja being unsafe. But today, the politicians that when they commit all their crimes in their various states, they run to Abuja. The Abuja they are running to now is no longer safe. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from. Please.
Yeah, Mazi, good morning.
Yes, you have 3 minutes. You have 3 minutes. Right on.
Yeah, Mazi, good morning. Good morning. Yes. My name is Paul, calling from Gabon, Libreville, Gabon. And Mazi, I want to tell all their fans, I want to remember them, because I'm just coming back now. I did not listen to your analysis very well for me to start from there. But I want to remind all their fans around the world, and I want to tell them that calling for referendum, because we are hearing for when those people are calling for referendum, those who want to go should go, so that they can have peace. I want to tell them that all those things are distraction. If these people really mean, what are they doing? What are they working? What are they doing? Because the zoo is burning. They are keeping on pushing. They want maybe they think that we are fools. If they want to have peace, in Igbo language, they say that that means when your house is burning, there's no need for you to pursue rats. The house of the Nigeria is burning, zoo is burning. They are chasing rats, pushing all those referendum 2 months ahead, 3 months ahead. Okay, look at our leaders' case. They're pushing it to November. What are they doing? What are they working? The zoo is burning because they keep on delaying what the billion of Biafra is needed. They keep on delaying all those things because they feel that maybe that they delaying it and they killing our people. They want to suppress the agitation of IPOB. I want to tell the Nigerians, I want to tell them that they are already 5 feet If we know 1 feet, Nigeria will go 6 feet. Because they must release the indigenous people of Biafra. Can't you see how the zoo is running? Can't you see how Boko Haram and ISWAP are taking over Abuja? If you show them that there is no way we can continue remaining there as a nation, it's impossible. It's not by force. They must allow Biafrans to go by referendum. They must do it now. No more delay. Pushing it 2 months, pushing it 3 months. What does it mean? What are they doing as a job? While the zoo is burning, I'm calling out Biafrans to rise up. Everywhere you are, you must stand firm. You must remain resolute. Not going back. We don't have any place to go back. We don't have any place to go back. We are continuing moving forward until Biafra is restored. We are continuing moving on forward until United Nations they do the needful. Because Biafra wants to go. So that is why I'm calling all Biafrans around the world. This morning, our leader must be released. They must release our leader. They must allow the Biafrans to go. Because it's our right. We must to go. We don't need it anymore. If you are living in a place, you say that you don't need to live there again. You are free to go. So Biafrans are free to go to their nation. So Mazi, I don't have much to say this morning. All I have to say to Biafrans around the world, we must rise up, we must remain firm, we must remain resolute and know what we are looking for. For all those saboteurs, their days are numbers. I'm telling you, you cannot do anything you want to do it. But the Biafra must be restored, is what we are looking for. So, thank you for the opportunity you give to me. Thank you, and God bless you, and bless protect our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and liberate our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for us, so that we can enter Biafra. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my brother. God bless you. You know, like what Mazi Paul was saying. What Mazi Paul is saying. These guys, they are not sincere with anything. Just as they've been pushing our leader's case, you just keep pushing it. They keep pushing our leader's case. That is how this case that is lawyers and all these ethnic nationalities are calling for referendum. That is how they will continue to push. They will keep pushing it as much as they want to, but they are definitely going to get tired. They are definitely going to get tired. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from, and please, you have 3 minutes for your contribution.
Mazi African Rep. Good morning from here. My name is Mazi Ifani. And the Mazi Ifani, I'm calling from my location. Mazi, thank you for this program. And also, I greet all IPOB worldwide, all over the world. More especially, I greet my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Ahmadike, the man that saw tomorrow. Mazi, this program, this your topic this morning is very, very interesting. It's very, very wonderful. Let me advise our people and also advise the Nigeria government. The earlier for them understand and is better for them. Let them give us the for referendum, not just to be saying referendum, this and that about referendum, while in their hearts, them don't really mean what they are saying. And if they don't mean what they are saying about conducting referendum for all the indigenous people that wish to leave the contraction called Nigeria, the British company, the more they are having a backwardness. If they fail to conduct referendum for the people that decide to leave, the more they are having more problems in their way, the more Nigeria is going down. Let them listen to this program and they take a bold step and conduct referendum. Allow our people to go. Allow people that have willing to go and go their way. Because you can never cage anybody. Marriage is not by force. You can never say, Baba, you can marry this person or that person by fire, by force. So what am I saying? If they fail to conduct referendum and allow us to go, Somalia, as our leader say, will be a very paradise. In short, Somalia will be a heaven compared what is about to happen in this zoo called Nigeria.
Somalia
As I don't want to take much of
is
that.
already better than Nigeria by far.
It is already, yes, it's already better than Nigeria, but it is coming. How am I going to put it? It's going to look like a heaven.
Exactly.
Heaven. You know, when something is better and beyond better, just let me call it a heaven. It's going to be a heaven compared what is about to happen in this zoo. If they have ear, let them hear. If they just want to just do propaganda using referendum, joint court referendum, this and that to deceive themselves, it's more in short, they are decaying. The more they are decaying, the more they are wasting, the more they are going down. If they like, let them hear. If they don't like, let them not do. But what we know and what it will surely come. Biafra must surely come. That's our last option, and that's what we must accomplish, whether they like it or not. So let them leave our leader and release our leader unconditionally, as the order have been given to them by the world, the board of the UN, for them to do the needful. If they like, Nigeria is a lawless country, and let the world see that they are lawless, that's ignorant of them by not obeying the court order. It shall let the world that start seeing them. In short, they have already bring their leg out to the world for the world to know that Nigeria, as we have been telling them, that Nigeria doesn't obey the court order. Nigeria don't know what is order, what is court. In short, they are just pretending as if they are following the order, as if they are having a judiciary and the legislatures and other things. They are just deceiving themselves. But in the actual sense of that, Nigeria doesn't obey court order.
All the
structures, the world will not see.
All the structures that Nigeria have is just to eat money. It's just to share money. Those structures are not there for any order. It's just for money.
Yes, Mamas, yes. And the world will now begin to see them as an animal. As our leader, our leader called them zoo animal, which God would later pick when you ask Google the name of Nigeria, Google would say Nigeria is a zoo, jungle, and other things. Now the world will not see it physically, and they believe that that's what Nigeria is. Exactly. In fact, Mars, I really thank our leader. I really thank our leader. I'm praying every day, morning and night, for IPOB members all over the world, and also more especially to our leader. In fact, I thank God. I thank God for keeping our leader alive. If not, all this our suffering, all this our struggle, all these people that we have lost in this struggle. I don't know. In fact, I couldn't. I have no my where I belong, and I couldn't know how my fate will be in this struggle. Mazi, I thank God. I so much thank God. Mazi, thank you for this your program. And also, most special, I want to thank Mazi Jonathan for the program that he hosted last Saturday. In fact, that program is very, very fantastic. I love that program. In fact, let's go on, because Britain, they think that they can deceive us with all their tricks, all their magic, by giving us fake religion in order to bring us to their knees. But it has already failed to them. They have fed. Mazi, thank you. Let me stop here and allow other people to contribute their own. Thank you, Mazi. Once again, my name is Mazi Fine, calling from my location. Goodbye, Mazi.
Yeah, goodbye. Goodbye, Mazi Fine. Thank you very much. And this is the much that we can take for today. This is the much that we can take for today. Somebody is still calling. Our time is fast spent. I am sorry, I will not be able to take that call because of our time. So we must continue. We must move forward. And this is Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. My name is Kumowe Tarinemi. I am your host. And we shall continue tomorrow. Stay tuned. And at the same time tomorrow, 10 a.m. Biafran time to 12 noon Biafran time, we shall be here again to continue this message. Thank you very much, and God bless you even as we make progress.